Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. My apologies, no studio intro today. I haven't been feeling all that well. Nobody needs to see Sick Jody. You might need to listen to Sick Jody though, unfortunately. I'm better than I was at the weekend though. I was decidedly very wide at the weekend. But the show must go on, so I thought I'd make a video today unboxing my AliExpress haul from the most recent sale. When I made the video, I said I was going to have a bit of a splurge, and indeed I did. I bought 6 watches. 3 of them have arrived. They're the ones on the table. They're the ones we're going to be peeling and revealing together shortly. 2 of them are still on their way, still in transit. And the 6th and last one seems to be doing laps in China. I'm not sure what's going on there. Lots of tracking information, but it doesn't seem to have left China yet. So yeah, I'll keep my eye on it and I'll keep you posted as to its progress. But in all honesty, 6 watches might have been a bit too much for the one video anyway, so I'm happy to do 3 today. Those 3 being the Borman, new brand to me, new brand to the channel. Steel Dive, definitely not new to me or to the channel, probably not new to you either, though it's one of their Steelflier, it's a pilot's watch as opposed to a diver. And Baltany, not new to me, not new to the channel. In fact, I don't normally do this, but I am wearing my Baltany today. I bought this military chronograph in the November sale and have been really impressed with it. I don't know anyone who has bought one of these and not been really impressed. Definitely one of my top 3 Ali pickups of all time. And I've bought a few watches from Ali. Let's put it that way. I will leave links to all 4 of these in the description of the video. What order? Well, I'm going to start with a Steelflier dive, then the Borman, and leave the Baltany for last. It's not going to be a particularly dramatic unboxing. Let's get this one out of its little packet. Now, why did I buy this? Well, it was a good price. I paid 135 Aussie for this, so well under 100 USD. And it contains a Seiko VH31. Now that is a 4-tick quartz, so it looks like a mechanical, but it's as accurate and reliable as a quartz, and you won't need to set it for 2 to 3 years. Tell me, leave me a comment, what do you think about the VH31? I'm starting my own watch brand this year. That is well underway. I have signed off on prototypes from 2 different factories. They're not VH31 powered, but I would love to make a VH31 powered watch at some point in the future. Let me know what you think of it. Would you buy it, or are you just morally opposed to these things because they're quartz? The instruction manual need not trouble us today, nor the warranty card, because they didn't bother signing it anyway. Let's get this little thing out of its bag. Now there is one tag that I can cut with scissors here today, and there is a little bit of protective material around the head of the watch. Let's peel that off. Yeah, I went for the one on the leather strap. It came on rubber. I don't really see the point of a pilot's watch on rubber. Mind you, I don't really see the point of a pilot's watch with 200 meters of water resistance, leading to something perhaps a little bit thicker than it ought to have been, considering it is quartz powered. But yeah, that's what I thought I was getting. Yeah, so one more sticker for us to peel off on the case back here, featuring not a diver's helmet and crossed anchors, but a pilot's helmet and crossed swords or something. Yeah, alright, but there we are. That is the watch. Retro style, very simple. Arabic numerals 1 to 12, cathedral hands, Fotina on them, flat sapphire crystal, flat printed dial, bit of sunburst here. That kind of knurled bezel, a massive pumpkin crown, screw down, 200 meters of water resistance, but the reason I bought it, the VH31, so 4 ticks per second, 3-year battery life, plus or minus 15 seconds per month. Looks like the strap on this one is pretty good as well. Quick release, genuine leather. I like that color. I do like mixing a black dial with a tan colored strap. It really works in my opinion. All right, let's check this one for dimensions. So we have a diameter of 39mm, thickness of 12.6, perhaps a little bit thicker than I was expecting it to be, but yeah, 200 meters of water resistance explains it. 48 lug to lug, 20mm lug width. On the supplied leather strap, it weighs in at 69 grams, perhaps a little more than that if you opt for the rubber. Flat sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance. And I've already told you what the movement is a couple of times, so I'm not going to mention it, but I will put it up on the screen. Case finish is simple, but it's all neatly done. Horizontal brush in the mid case, that fixed bezel looks good, and it is an enormous 9.6mm pumpkin crown. That thing is a whopper. There is even a little bit of loom on the hands and the indices, only the two main hands, not on the second hand though. C3 Old Radium style, I'm not sure, the listing doesn't specify if it is actually Super Luminova, but yeah, it does okay, looks good on those cathedral hands. That's it on wrist, no great surprises from that set of dimensions. You would expect it to wear well, and indeed it does. 48 is manageable for most people, I have no doubt. I would have preferred brushed hardware on the strap. I would also have preferred if there had been a little bit of Steelflier branding on there also. But overall, yeah, it's not too bad considering what I paid. But considering that I actually paid a fair bit less for the Steel Dive 1970 than I did for this one, perhaps I was expecting a bit more from the Steelflier. The sunburst effect on the dial, I don't think it looks all that good, and it doesn't exactly look rich and lustrous. It needs a little bit of something here. Maybe domed sapphire crystal would have finished this one off better, and a slightly less cheesy finish to the dial. But hey, I got the VH31 that I wanted. That's really what I was after here. I'll let you know how I get on with it in a full review in due course. And now for something completely different. The Borman. Now, I've seen Chinese watches pretending to be Swiss before. This is a Chinese watch pretending to be German. It's also pretending to look quite a bit like a Moser, which is why I bought it. I have no interest in dropping big dollars on a Moser, but hey, I'll happily drop 250 Aussie on one of these if it's decent. Let's get into the box and find out. Yeah, not too many giant pandas in the Black Forest, so the German facade didn't last long. But hey, I appreciate being thanked for my business. So what do we got here? How to use an automatic watch, quartz, blah, blah, blah. Dear VIP customer, Kelly. Thanks very much, Kelly. All right, instruction manual, warranty card. Let's not bother with those. Let's have a look at the watch. Nice enough box though. I like those little silver tips. As I said, 250 Aussie I paid for this one during the sale, so you're probably expecting a little bit better packaging than one of those little plastic tins. And oh, I went for the brown one. Yeah, this is looking okay. So I went for the brown dial version on the leather strap. Normally I would go for a bracelet, but it was straight cut end lengths. I don't like straight cut end lengths, so I went for the leather strap. Leather strap's probably as bad as I was expecting, so I will swap that out for something else in due course, no doubt. Let's peel the last of these stickers then. There we go. The movement today is pretty interesting actually. It's a Hangzhou, I believe, but nicely decorated, custom rotor. Apparently this one not only has a high beat rate, 4 Hz, but it also has an 80-hour power reserve. Now, it is a moon phase, but it is not a moon phase. Apparently that is also just a modified date, so 31 clicks rather than 28. But again, you can't expect too much for the price I paid. Last couple of stickers, and then we'll have a look at it in more detail. Now that, I must say, is really rather nice. I wasn't sure about it from the photographs in the Ali listing. You know, sometimes they can be flattering to deceive anyway, but that is very attractive. I like the Moser look, just not the Moser price tag, so this was the way of getting one without getting the other. In terms of dimensions, it's a little larger, 41.6, but only 11.6mm thick, with a 48.5mm lug to lug. Now, unfortunately, 21mm lug width. I don't own a 21mm strap, so it looks like I'm stuck with this one for now at least. 50 meters of water resistance from a push-pull crown, and like I said, it's a Hangzhou movement. I'll leave the reference number on screen now. Flat sapphire crystal finishing off the package. Now I just stuck on the macro lens to have another look at the movement through the display case back. That's really nice considering how little I paid for this watch. They're still keeping up this German pretense. 21 Rubin here, yeah, 21 rubies, very good, 80-hour power reserve confirmed. But yeah, lovely. Sometimes you see the renders of these movements and you think it's never going to look like that in reality, and it doesn't. But this one actually looks a lot better than it did in the listing. I'm pleasantly surprised. Pleasantly surprised, but also mildly bemused by why they decided to put some specs on the side of the case. Not a massive fan of side case engravings, especially not when they say automatic by Pink Venom. Seriously, what is going on there? At least it confirms 50 meters of water resistance, but that's the only use I see from that text, to be honest. And if a strap needs to convince you that it is high quality, it's probably because it's not high quality. Surprisingly attractive on wrist as well. Look at that, that is lovely under my lights. Not a super legible watch, the hands are far, far too thin for that, but yeah, I'm delighted I went for this kind of copper toned colour variant. Strap, yeah, rubbish. I'll be getting rid of this as soon as I find something I can perhaps bodge to fit. Maybe I'll look at squeezing a 22 in there if it's a strap I haven't worn in a while. But the head of the watch, I reckon, justifies it. Look, if Borman could cut out the faux German and some of the Pink Venom craziness, this could be a seriously beautiful watch for the money. I mean, it is a seriously beautiful watch for the money. It's also just perhaps a little bit bonkers. And finally, the Baltany. I'm really hoping that this one lives up to the hype and the high standards set by the first one. And I shocked myself. I didn't go for the black and gold for once. I went for this lovely creamy yellow with black sub-registers. Now, I paid 150 US or equivalent for this one. But because you pay a little more, because it's a Baltany, you get a proper stamped and dated warranty card, instruction manual, polishing cloth, and little tool all in with the package. Yeah, that colour is more interesting in the hand than it is in their listing for sure. Now, I'm really hoping the piece of glass is as good on this one as it is on the other Baltany. A real standout. I haven't seen a piece of crystal that clear for anything like the price that I paid for it. Alright, last sticker peeling. Sorry, that should have been second last sticker peeling, one on the case back. And look at that case back. I love what they've done with it. So innovative, so exciting. But I'll forgive them that case back because they seem to have focused on the dial and hands and put their efforts and their money into them, including the glass. Yeah, that is a great piece of crystal. Lovely, lovely piece of glass. And look how dynamic the colour of that dial is. Really looks for all the world like kind of silvery grey yellow straight out the 1950s. Now this is another Seiko Mecha Quartz powered movement here. Let me unscrew the crown. I wasn't expecting a screw down crown. It's only got 50 meters of water resistance. If I'm buying stuff for myself these days and it's an occasional wear piece, then I am really looking for quartz so I don't have to keep setting it every time I wear it occasionally. No screw down pushers with this one. We have got a 60-minute chrono timer at the 9 o'clock and a 24-hour indicator there at the 3 o'clock. Not the most useful of sub-registers, to be honest, but at least it balances the dial. So classic chronograph looks, classic chronograph dimensions. 39mm in diameter, 13.2mm thick though, because of a chunky piece of double dome, box double dome sapphire crystal. 46.5 lug to lug, 20mm lug width. On the supply leather strap, 71 grams, 50 meters of water resistance, and it's a VK64 no date movement. Wears nice on me too. Now it is quite thick at 13 plus, but most of the thickness, as you can see, is in the top half of the watch. It's not sticking out that blank case back, so it does fit rather nicely. It sits well on me. I'll probably keep it on this leather strap. This one not be getting wet like the other one, so yeah, no problem at all keeping it on this cross-stitch leather. And once again, nice offset between the dial colour and a kind of warm honey strap colour. So I think even on this initial inspection, I can say that the Baltany on the right was not a fluke. This is just as nicely done. Different style, different look, different intent, different usage as well, therefore, but just as nicely executed. And yeah, the glass in both of these watches really makes all the difference. Good job, Baltany. It probably won't be the last one I buy from you, therefore. Alright then, so what are my conclusions from my initial inspections? Well, definitely a hit. A maybe, and yeah, I'm just not quite as impressed by this one as I thought I was going to be. The dial, the branding, and the sunburst makes it look a little bit cheesy. This one has potential. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how that movement goes in the time grapher. And yeah, that Baltany is gorgeous. Perhaps I will play around with some straps, but I'm itching to get that one outside in natural light, and I will do so for the full review. But that will do for today. Indeed it will. I'm off for a lemsip and a lie down. If you want to watch more sticker peelings, click here or click here. Thanks for watching this one. I'll see you again in a future video.